Hey y'all, I'm back. Thank you all for your patience and waiting for me to get healthy again. Let's go see my garden. So this is my Florida butterfly garden, and it has been left on its own for over 2 weeks. Normally this garden is spoiled rotten, and I'm out here in it every day doing care and maintenance. But fortunately, this garden is also full of a bunch of Florida native plants, and they know how to thrive with or without me. So, coming up ahead to my Florida native wildflower garden, it pretty much looks the same. I did get out and water a couple of times, and my new little Stokes asters that I planted, they really needed watered in, and I was able to come out and give them a drink here and there, and they seem to be doing just fine, thankfully. They're blooming and they're growing, and they don't look like they're struggling at all. And also, most of my hammock snake root has gone to seed. I feel like it did that a lot faster this year. I feel like last year the flowers were in bloom like into December. So I'm not sure. Maybe it'll put out some more blooms. We'll keep checking back and watching it. I have a little aster back here that is blooming also. And it's not an Elliot's aster, but I think I have the tag in it, and we'll check that in a minute. But look at the bees. The native bees are absolutely loving this. There you can see. I only have the scientific name on it. But I'm glad this little one is blooming because these bees are just delighting in these flowers. The few times that I have been out in my garden, I've seen the bees all over it. And there's my little ray. There have been some butterflies out and about, mostly skippers, Gulf fritillaries, and zebra longwings. And this is the garden of, these are a few of my favorite plants, and you can see there's not a lot of blooms in here right now. My zinnias have all kind of died out, and the Mexican sunflowers, something's been coming in and eating the flower heads. You can see these two flower heads right here been snatched off. They didn't just fall. I think it might be squirrels coming in because I'm not out here and the dogs haven't been out here as much. But it needs to stop because those are my flowers to attract butterflies into my garden. And we need to get more flowers going. My little Aristolochia tomentosa pipevine plants I put in are climbing up the trellis a tiny bit, but they need to grow faster. They need to get busy. Sweet scent is blooming, looking great. Elliot asters are still blooming in here, bringing in some cute little pollinators. And then my new little dragon, I don't remember his name, is dragon something. It seems very happy even though it hasn't been spoiled at all by me. And then look at this, y'all. They're right beside each other. My one little verbena and the other one. Beautiful and blooming and not looking alive anymore. How is that? I'm hoping I'm going to trim that one down and maybe it'll grow back. I don't know, but that makes me sad to have one gone. I might try propagating this one and get some more growing in this pot. We'll see what happens. The snow square stem in here is putting on some new blooms, which is nice to see. And then there's my little Mr. Ringo. You can see him with his cone. He's one of the big events that happened this week. He had a cyst on his leg and it had to be surgically removed. So not only was my husband having to take care of me the last 2 weeks, but getting Ringo to his surgery, having it, the recovery, the wound care, making sure he keeps his cone on. It's been a lot, and Ringo's been a trooper. And this nectar garden is usually full of flowers. All the zinnias have died back. You can see some of the pentas are blooming, but it's just not what it would be had I been out here with it every day. So I've got to get this up and running again. Look, something ate my little zinnia seedlings. There's just this one left. It's crazy. Then in my other nectar garden, look, you hardly see any flowers. It's just all green. There are some butterflies though. The pentas are still blooming, but there were Mexican sunflowers in here too. And again, something came and ate all the flowers off. And you can see, look, I trimmed this one back because we also had 2 nights in the 30s, and my Mexican sunflowers did not fare well for that. But look at my tall tree one back there also. All of the flowers have been eaten off. I don't know what got up there and got it, but it's got to stop. Look, you can even see coming around here behind it. You can see where they brought the flowers down. They ate them on this tray. Little munchers. Those flowers are for my butterflies. Look at little Ray sitting back there on the garden chair. She's so cute. And you can see this pipe vine here on my obelisk trellis. I mean, it's starting to grow back a little bit, but this is the one that's only good for the Polydama swallowtail caterpillars. I have no caterpillars in my garden right now, and I have released a few Polydama swallowtail butterflies, so I don't know. We'll just have to watch and see. And my butterfly piece seems to be going dormant, but it's also putting out some new growth, so no telling. My cowpea is looking really good though. And then this garden over here used to have a bunch of Mexican sunflowers in it. Has a lot of cosmos, but cosmos aren't as popular with the butterflies, and they're all bent over and dying back. Look at how this one's split right here. So I think something's been over here eating them too. Look at those missing flowers. And then this one over here did not like the 30-degree temperatures. We had 2 nights in a row where we got down into the 30s, and this one, for whatever reason, was not happy. So I trimmed it down, and we'll see how it grows back. The Pentas garden is looking good. They came through great, but porterweeds not so much. Porterweeds do not like temperatures in the 30s, and some of them in this garden did well, and others did not. And you can see, look, I have not been out here. Look at all these deadheads. I should have taken care of all of that, and now this plant's going to be delayed in putting out new blooms. Same with all of them in here, which is why you're seeing more green and not as many flowers. So I've got to get back on that. Now this porterweed right here, that one did great. So no telling why it's happier than the other ones. And then this porterweed back here, a few of the stems did not fare well, and the rest of it is fine. So I'll have to be doing some serious trimming, deadheading, and maintenance. Now out here is a happy story, because look at my Mexican sunflowers out there. they're doing great. I did have to come out and water them a few days, but they're nice and lush and green, and hopefully they're going to start putting on flower buds, and we're going to be attracting those butterflies back to my garden, because we just can't have this garden full of not a lot of flowers. I mean, I've got my cosmos, but they're not huge butterfly attractors, so there's going to be some work coming up. Here comes little Mr. Ringo again. You know, he has just been such a champ with his little cone. And he's been doing really well with it, although I'm sure he'll be thrilled when it is off. So my plan is to start slow, you know, take it easy, but I really want to get more flowers going. Just do a lot of trimming, deadheading, give everybody a good drink, and get this butterfly garden up and running again. You see there's a sulfur butterfly over there. This week is Thanksgiving. I hope you all are doing something wonderfully fun with your families. Me, I'm doing nothing. My son is moving on Thanksgiving Day. He's leaving. And I hope you all have something fabulous going on. And I'd love to read about what you're doing for your Thanksgiving, and let me live vicariously through you. So post, comment what you're doing for Thanksgiving, and join the Milkweed Crew, which is my channel membership, in the description, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Future videos, I'm not going to post another one this week, so next week I'll be back to Monday, Thursday, and we're going to get this garden into shape. We're going to get flowers back. We're going to get lots of butterflies back. We're going to make it happen. So that'll be coming. And I hope all is very well with all of you. And I'll see you in my next video. Members, I might see you sooner, because I'm going to try and get something up for you guys. So, all right. Bye, everyone. You guys, I almost forgot. I have queens to release. These are the butterflies of the queen caterpillars I brought in several weeks ago. And you get to see them released. So this first one is tiny. Look how tiny it is. It's a male. And it's super little, but adorable. Here we go, another male. This one is much bigger and perfect. There we go. And this one is another male. Wow, 3 males. Another perfect butterfly. Oh my gosh. I love doing this, y'all. This never, ever, ever gets old. Look at those beautiful wings. And last, we have a beautiful female. Look at her. I love them. They're so beautiful. So I'm going to take her down and put her on a starry rosinweed flower, because queens love starry rosinweed. But here's a little up close look first. Okay, let's take her down. You see there's one little starry rosinweed yellow flower popping out right there. And there you go. I love it. Okay, now we're gonna go. Bye, everyone.